The Swedish Mauser is a bolt-action rifle firing the 6.5 by 55 Swede. Many would argue that the Swedish Mauser is a great improvement over the original G98 or the GWAR-98. Now that's something that could be debated for a long time, so today we're taking a look at the Swedish Mauser. Traditionally, there's 4 different variants of this Mauser. There's the Model 1894 carbine, the Model 96 long rifle, the Model 1938 short rifle, and the Model 1994 sniper rifle. Regardless of which variant you're looking at, these are all exceptional Mausers. In 1898, production began in the Carl Gustaf's factory in Eskilstuna in Sweden, but production was also in Waffenfabrik Oberdorf, Germany, and Husqvarna in Sweden as well. All Swedish Mausers were produced with high-grade steel alloy with nickel, copper, and vanadium, regardless of whether they were made in Sweden or in Germany. Peculiar differences on the Swedish Mauser versus the German Mauser is that the Swedish Mauser is cocked when you close the bolt, whereas the German Mauser is cocked when you open the bolt. Other differences is the trigger. The Swedish Mauser is truly one of the smoothest triggers I've ever felt in my life, particularly the Carl Gustaf's version. This trigger is not like a crisp, clean pull. It's a longer than most rifles, but only a fraction of an inch, but it is so incredibly smooth. I've never really felt a trigger as smooth as the Carl Gustaf Mauser. There was over 750,000 of these produced, and they were in service from 1895 and to some degree are still in service even today, mostly as ceremonial rifles. Production continued at the Carl Gustaf plant until 1925. However, Husqvarna continued production through World War II. This was the service rifle for Sweden, Luxembourg, Denmark, Norway, as well as Finland. And they were phased out roughly in the 1950s. However, the sniper rifle variant was phased out later in the 1980s. Many of these were sporterized as competition target rifles, and they were referred to as the G63, G73, G74, and the G80 competition rifles. And that's exactly what they are. That's what I got a hold of. What an exceptional rifle. Love this rifle. Very little recoil on the 6.5 by 55 Swede. I often shoot a 7.5 by 55 Swiss, and to me the differences between those two is kind of like the difference between a 30-06 or a 25-06. However, I found the Swedish rifle to be incredibly smooth to shoot. It was kind of a heavy rifle, and I know that has a little bit to do with it. But what an exceptional rifle. Love the sights on this rifle. Really like the idea of covering that barrel to get rid of that glare. And what I found was the Swedish rifle was about as smooth as a bolt-action rifle has ever felt. And as always, I'd love to thank Blue Steel Guns in Raytown, Missouri for loaning me this beautiful rifle. It's an exceptional rifle, and if you're looking for a good competition rifle or just a really darn good deer rifle or target rifle, you cannot go wrong with any of the variants of the Swedish Mauser. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support our channel through Patreon, that link is below. But by far, the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that stuff in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.